You may want to know if your stamps are worth anything. You might have inherited tons of stamps from family member, maybe that passed away, or they just gave them away, and you think, oh, there's gold in there. That's got to be worth a fortune. Even huge stamp collections. Now this album here is kind of sporadic, but unless you're willing to really do the research yourself, there are so many variables to stamp valuation that unless you're really going to get into it, it's probably worth letting someone else value it. The best way to look for somebody is to find someone local that you trust. But there are so many variables. Is it canceled? Meaning, does it have the post stamp marking on it from the post office? Or is it brand new? Even the perforation, which is the way it's printed on the sheet and then cut with a die, can tell you if it's perfect, or if it's a centerpiece, or if it was the top corner of the sheet, so it would have the bottom right, or the right hand side and the bottom would have perforations, but these sides would be straight. All of those variables come into play. And once the post offices discovered that people were collecting, they started printing sheets of stamps as collector sheets. So later on in history, you'll find, I think it was the 1930s and on, full sheets of stamps printed, and you can get them for almost the same face value as they would have paid then. Now, here's another thing. These are called hinges, and some stamps people post, if they're glued or attached, that may change the value, depending on how they're attached or if they're attached at all. So there are so many variables and so many things to take into consideration that unless you're really looking to get into it, it's probably just worth taking it to a professional, letting him look it over. But again, you want it to be somebody you trust. So I was given these. Someone asked me to sell them for them. I started looking into it. I sold one. For example, it was it was a U.S. stamp, Benjamin Franklin stamp, and it was an 1870 stamp that sold for $5. So they do have value. Actually, no, sorry, it was a 1847. I believe it was that stamp. Anyway, they do have value, but probably not as much as you hoped. So I hope this helped, but look at other videos online if you're going to get into collecting them. I mean, they are nice to look at, but if you're going to go hardcore at it, go for it. Otherwise, take it to somebody else. Thanks for watching.